Today's story of the day, though fictional, contains a lesson many of us are yet to learn. Before we continue, please take some time to subscribe to Dailydose, like and share this video with your friends. It might brighten their day and inspire them to do good. Also keep watching because an important lesson awaits at the end of the video. False accusations can be almost as grievous as murder, and in many cases, it has destroyed many lives. There once was a wealthy couple who had one son and a housekeeper who had worked with their family for many years. Doris had been with the couple before their 4-year-old son was born. One day, the wife, Julie, was looking for her favorite diamond earrings. They were very expensive too, and the last place she remembered seeing the jewelry was in their living room. Now they weren't there. Julie asked Doris if she had seen the earrings in such a way that implied the housekeeper might have taken them. "Mom, you don't think I could do that, do you?" she asked, almost in tears. Ross could not believe it. He finally confessed to his wife that when his mother died a few years back, it was Doris who helped him. Julie said she didn't accuse Doris of stealing the earrings and then added, "But you were the only one who knew where they were." Doris was heartbroken. She tried to reason with her boss, asking if maybe Julie had moved the earrings and forgotten, but that only made matters worse. Did Doris think she was out of her mind or going crazy? Julie accused and gave her one day to find the earrings. Sometime later, Doris was thinking of where else to search for the ring while cleaning Julie's favorite statuette. She did not hear her boss coming up to her until she yelled, "Did you wash your hands before touching that?" Julie continued, "You have to be very careful with that always. This statuette costs like 10 years of your salary. What if you break it? You'll never be able to pay it off." "I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll do my best," a subdued Doris replied as she hurriedly placed the object on its spot in the large living room. When the housekeeper resumed her shift the next day, Julie was fuming. She yelled for Doris and pushed the statuette, now slightly cracked at the side, in her face. Doris was shocked, but before she could say anything, Julie accused her. "How could you be so clumsy? You broke the statuette that costs a fortune. You'll have to work here for free for the next 10 years. No, you're fired, and believe me, I'll give such a recommendation that no one will ever hire you." All Doris' pleas about how the job was her only source of livelihood fell on deaf ears. Julie knew the housekeeping job was the only thing Doris raised her 2 kids on, and things had been tough since her husband left her. "And you know what?" Julie said as Doris left in tears. "You owe me not only for the statuette but also for my diamond earrings, so wait for the call from the police tomorrow." Later in the day, Julie got the shocker of her life when her husband came home from work. He had left earlier than usual that morning for an important meeting and didn't witness the scene with Doris. "Hey babe," Ross said casually. "Forgot to mention. You know that awful statuette in our living room that you really like, and I really hate? I was playing with our son late yesterday and accidentally broke it. I'm sorry. You know how much I hate it, so I'm relieved," he continued, not seeing the funny look on his wife's face. But why didn't you tell me earlier?" she stammered. Ross said it had slipped his mind and didn't think it was a big deal. "Oh yeah, another thing. I found your diamond earrings in the living room some days back. I put them in the cupboard." Julie now looked like she'd seen a ghost, but Ross, not knowing why his wife was so horrified, assumed it had something to do with their messy living room. "Where's Doris?" he asked. Julie lied. She said Doris called earlier to say she had found another job with better pay. Ross could not believe it. He finally confessed to his wife that when his mother died a few years back, it was Doris who helped him overcome the depression. Ross took out his phone to call Doris, saying he would offer her more money. "No, don't do it. I'll call her," Julie said, before she became overwhelmed and opened up to her husband about falsely accusing the loyal Doris. False accusations can ruin lives. Think once before you act, twice before you speak, and 3 times or more before you accuse somebody.